are going to implement an important feature in our watchlist system. We will program the process of removing product from the watchlist. In modern platforms like e-commerce sites or learning marketplaces, users can save product to their watchlist, but they also need the ability to remove items when they are no longer interested. So in this tutorial, we will focus only on the removal process. We will learn how the remove button works, how JavaScript sends requests to the server, how PHP deletes the product from the database, how the UI update instantly without reloading the page. This is a real-world technique used in modern web application using Ajax. So let's start. Watchlist product card remove button. Inside each watchlist product card we have a heart button. This button represents the remove from watchlist action. Important parts here CSS classes WA heart. This classes help JavaScript identify which button trigger and removal process. Data attribute data product ID. This attribute is stored the product ID. So when the button is clicked, JavaScript will know which product should be removed. This is a common unique use in dynamic web applications. JavaScript event listener. Now let's move the JavaScript part. First we select the watchlist grid. This grid contains all product cards. Then we attach the event listener. Instead of attaching the click event to every button individually, we used event delegation. This means the grid listen for click event and detect whether the click element is the remove button. This technique is more efficient and scalable. Detecting the remove button. Inside the event listener, we check if the clicked element is the remove button. The closet method check whether the click element or its parent has the class WL heart. If no button is found, the function stops. This prevents unnecessary code execution. Prevent default behavior. Next is stop the default behavior. These two lines are important. Prevent the browser from executing its default action. Stop the event from bubbling up to parent elements. This ensures that click only triggered the watchlist removal logic. Getting the product ID. Next is retrieve the product ID. Remember earlier we store the product ID inside the data attribute. Now we extract the value. If the ID does not exist, the function stops. This prevents invalid request. Preparing the request data. Now we create a form data object. This object is used to send data into the server. Here we attach the product ID that needs to be removed from the watchlist. Sending the request using Fetch API. Next is send a request to the server. We are using the Fetch API. Important details require method host data form data object. This request goes to the PHP backend file responsible for processing the watchlist operation. Reading the server response. After the server process the request, it returns a JSON response. We convert into the JavaScript object. Now we can check whether the removal process was successful. If both conditions are true, the items were successful removed from the database, removing the product card from the UI. Now we remove the product card from the page. First we locate the card element. Each card contains the same product ID. in its data attribute, so we can easily identify which card should disappear. Smooth removal animation. Before removing the card, we apply a small animation. This creates a fade and shrink animation. Then after a short delay, the card is removed from the DOM. This makes the user experience smooth and visual appealing. Updating the watchlist counter. Next, we update the watchlist counter. This decrease number of saved items. Then we rebuild the text. Finally, we update the UI. Now the watchlist content reflect the updated number of items shown in the empty state. Now we handle the situation where all items are removed. If no items remain in the watchlist, we dynamically insert the empty watchlist message. This section displays a heart icon, a message style and the watchlist is empty, a button to browse more products. This ensures the page remains informative and user-friendly even when there are no saved items. Backend removal logic. Now let's briefly look at the backend file that handles the removal. First we check user authentication. Only logged in buyer can modify their watchlist. Next we retrieve the product ID. Then the system checks whether the product exists in the watchlist. If the record exists, the product is removed. This permanently removes the items from the user's watchlist. Finally, the server sends a JSON response. JavaScript receives this response and updates the interface. Final result. So now our watchlist system supports removing product smoothly. The process works like this. User click the remove button, JavaScript sends the request to the server, PHP deletes the records from the database, JavaScript removes the product card from the page, and the watchlist counter update automatically. All of that happens without refreshing the page, which makes the application feel modern and fast. And that's it for today's tutorial. Now you know how to program the product removing process from the watchlist system using JavaScript, PHP and Ajax. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell for more web development tutorial from DV Codex. See you in the next video.